He could defeat second-tier fighters like oxen and crocodiles, but stood no chance against thundering rhino, proving he was below top-tier warriors. His real threat came from his powerful cannons and mastery of throwing weapons, not raw combat ability. Tai Lung, however, was a true martial arts powerhouse. He broke out of an inescapable prison, defeated 1,000 guards, crushed the Furious Five in a direct fight, and even overpowered Shifu. His combat skills clearly placed him above Shen, making him one of the strongest fighters in the series. Kai was on another level entirely, a former warlord and Oogway's equal. He absorbed the chi of countless kung fu masters, including Oogway himself. Neither the Furious Five nor Shifu stood a chance against him, and even Po needed other pandas' chi to win. Kai was undoubtedly the strongest villain. Chameleon is harder to rank. She had no natural kung fu ability, and relied on stealth and deception to absorb others' powers. Without her ambush tactics, she might not even beat Lord Shen. Her strength came from stealing abilities, not true combat skill. So, Kai is undoubtedly the strongest villain. Tai Lung is the second strongest, followed by Lord Shen and then the Chameleon. Why did the mighty Tai Lung lose to Kung Fu beginner Po? Tai Lung was Shifu's strongest disciple, capable of defeating the Furious Five with a single pressure point strike. Even Shifu himself was no match for him. He escaped from prison, guarded by 1,000 soldiers, using just a feather. So why did such a skilled warrior lose to a kung fu novice like Po? The key lies in their fighting styles. Tai Lung relied on precise and powerful techniques, while Po had no set form. Po's style was fluid. He adapted, countered, and used his opponent's strength against them. The blank dragon scroll symbolized this idea. Kung Fu was not just about rigid techniques, but about making it one's own. Po even instinctively mastered the Wuxi finger hold, something Lung never learned. Another major factor was Po's size. His thick body fat not only made him incredibly resistant to attacks, but also rendered Tai Lung's pressure point strikes useless. As Mantis once said during Po's acupuncture, he couldn't even find Po's pressure points. With his deadliest move neutralized, Tai Lung lost a crucial advantage, leading to his defeat. Why couldn't Chameleon defeat Po, despite copying so many fighting styles? Chameleon started as an ordinary lizard with a dream to become a kung fu master. However, due to her small size, she was rejected by many schools. Determined to change her fate, she mastered top-tier illusion techniques, allowing her to shapeshift into anyone, replicating their appearance, weight, and speed. But while she could mimic their forms, she couldn't learn their skills. To bridge this gap, Chameleon stole Po's Staff of Wisdom and opened the spirit realm, absorbing the souls of great warriors to gain their abilities. In battle, she could instantly transform into different fighters, making her moves unpredictable. She could even fuse traits from multiple warriors, creating a monstrous hybrid form. At first, she overwhelmed Po, but once Zen unlocked her potential and Po had achieved his goal of training her, he unleashed his full strength and defeated Chameleon in a single move. The key flaw in Chameleon's technique was that she could only copy the external aspects of Kung Fu, not the inner chi. Unlike Kai, who could absorb chi itself, Chameleon lacked a solid foundation. Po, whose power was nearing Master Oogway's level, had no trouble taking down a mere imitator. Who is the strongest villain in Kung Fu Panda? Lord Shen had skill, but wasn't a true martial arts master. He could defeat second-tier fighters like oxen and crocodiles, but stood no chance against thundering rhino, proving he was below top-tier warriors. His real threat came from his powerful cannons and mastery of throwing weapons, not raw combat ability. Tai Lung, however, was a true martial arts powerhouse. He broke out of an inescapable prison, defeated 1,000 guards, crushed the Furious Five in a direct fight, and even overpowered Shifu. His combat skills clearly placed him above Shen, making him one of the strongest fighters in the series. Kai was on another level entirely, a former warlord and Oogway's equal. He absorbed the chi of countless kung fu masters.